Redneck Muck, peace. So I'm going to get ELVIRA up in the air. I'm going to drain her tank again, hopefully for the last time. I'm going to try to get the fitting out of the bottom of the tank so I can put the shutoff right there. And then I'll work on getting the electric fuel pump installed. And hopefully that takes care of my fuel pump issue, because I don't like the mechanical fuel pumps because they just don't have room on this car. I'd like to see what they come out with, because either the motor mounts have settled and she just sets lower, or something else has happened and it sets low, or the fuel pumps they used were smaller. So, curious. Anyway, all right, let's get her up in the air. I'm out here on ELVIRA and her fuel pump. So I was trying to decide the best spot to mount the fuel pump, and I've decided it's going in the spare tire well. So where I'm going to put it at, I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to put the shutoff there, I'm going to put the filter there, and I'm going to put the pump there, and I'll be able to get to my filter. I'll be able to get to my fuel pumps. If I have a problem out on the road, I don't have to worry about jacking it up. Will I get a little noise? Maybe. So I'm going to mount it on, shot in my mouth, some little rubber isolators. I'm going to mount it on these guys, and that should help. There's my regulator and my fuel pump. All that will probably go in the trunk, even the regulator. Here's my shutoff. So I got to put a bunch of brass together. I got like $900 worth of brass right there. And then I'll be back, and we'll start getting her together and see what we can do. Got to get it all done tonight, but we'll start on it. Yeah. So see how it goes. Okay, I got my shutoff through. I'm using my brass fittings to go through my fiberglass, so that way my hose isn't just coming through my fiberglass. Does that make sense? So, you can buy special little washered on, clamped down doohickeys, but I'm making a hole about that big and then cramming that dude in there. And he's pretty stuck, I could put some silicone around him or something, I guess, but he's pretty there, so I think we're all right. After that, it's just figuring out where I want everything. My fuel pump over here somewhere. Yes, this is my in. This is my out. And my regulator, the in is on bottom, out is on the side. So that dude will go on the wall there somewhere. I got to figure out how to do all this without making too many kinks in the line. So I think I will put this guy over here somewhere, and that line will come out and have to go in the bottom. This line will come out, come across to this guy, which will be mounted here maybe, and in between there will be the fuel filter. Should have put the fuel filter before the regulator. It's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. Maybe. I don't know. I probably got enough room. I could. It's just going to make the bends a little bit more difficult. Yeah. I think I will. I think I'll put the filter in somewhere over here. This guy here. Run across to here. Back out to the fuel line. Okay. Let me think about this. But yeah. Or do I just get to doing it? That might be the best thing. I get something mounted there, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's where that's going to go. And then all I got to do is figure out how to run my hoses, right? So don't know if this will work very well, but I'll give it a shot. I am going to make a new wood cover for my spare tire. I think that dude will be all right. That gives me plenty of room to put. I may end up needing more hose because I don't have a bunch of hose. I will end up needing more hose. I'll have to look and see. Sometimes I surprise myself with what I got laying around, but fuel hose is one of those things I kind of go through for some reason. I don't know. So if this guy is going to go over here somewhere, probably like there. If I get one hole and get him mounted, then I can, you know, because I'm putting the rubber bungs there, aren't I? Yeah. Thanks for mentioning that. Bung. Let me go get a bung. All right. So if I put my bung through here, right, he's going to go through there. My other hole ought to go about here somewhere. And that dude will go there. A little bit off, but all right. So let's get this semi-mounted onto the pump. You know, it seems kind of dumb to put this back here. You know, I mean, you're putting gas closer to the interior of your car. But if it breaks a hose back here, the odds of it catching on fire is a lot less. That's pretty good. All right, I'm going to tighten those dudes up so I can get this dude back up in the air and tighten that dude up. And then I'll have everything mounted. I need to drill my hole for my fuel line, which is going to go, I don't know, right about there somewhere. And then if I can get that dude. There we go. Look at that. Halfway there, sort of. I got one side tightened because, you know, that's all I can tighten really without figuring out where the other side goes. Looks like he slid over pretty far. The problem is he's got lock nuts on him. If you can see any of that or not, but I could back you out a little bit, I guess. Then you can see. All right. That dude will fit now. just a little bit more in, it would work. Sorry about that. I don't know why he had to go and do that, but you know, he did. Whoa, not that guy. This guy. There we go. That looks better. Okay, now I get underneath and hook this hose up, tighten this dude up, and then those connections will be done. And I'm getting somewhere. All right. Well, I was underneath the car, hooking this line up to the fuel line and make sure everything else was good. I forgot to tighten those dudes up. And I probably forgot to tighten those dudes up because I got to thinking and I thought, no, wait a minute. I need to put the regulator after the fuel pump. I said I was going to come from here to here with a filter. That does me no good. I got to go from here to a filter to here to out of here to over here to there. So that changes things, and now I'm trying to decide how I want to do it. I could move this guy, flip my in and out, or my outs. So this is also an out, so it's got two outs. I could put my out over here, put him over here, so then I'd be coming out of here, filter, pump, out of the pump, regulator, out of the regulator. Could probably go on the back side of the pump maybe, and loop him here. And I still might have room for a small spare tire. Yeah. So I was thinking wrong. I don't know. So let me get this dude mounted, and then and only then, there's my other nut. A couple washers. Boof. All right. So I'm just going to leave you set right here, and I'll be back. So I don't know if you could see that or not from up there, but anyway, when I was tightening the bottom on, my old beat up come apart. So I got another one. So I'm going to try it. We'll see if it comes apart too. This kind of sucks. So I ended up having to cut him off to make it work, or to get it off there, because I couldn't, you know, loosen it up. But anyway, yeah, fun times. Here's the other one. So now all I got to do is get this guy off, but I need that's 9/16. Got a few things there, but not what I want. Oh, that's good. In there. Put you on with this. You should come off with this. Oh, that's why. The socket will go on there now. Socket. Doesn't want to. And that kind of sucked. But you know what they say? If something can go wrong, if I'm doing it, it will go wrong. So, just my luck sometimes. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Doom, despair, agony on me. He's coming. There he goes. All right. I guess you guys need to watch that again, huh? Okay. That one worked. And then I got to find my bit so I can move my regulator. I don't see it. All right. I don't see it. I'll go another route. I'll go another route. I don't know if you guys like these things or not, but they seem like they hold pretty good. And, you know, they do eventually break and you have to use a screwdriver on them, but most of them seem to work pretty well. I like that right there. So, I'm going to go to this guy. Okay. Now, I'll have to break for supper here in a minute. This is you can get these in different colors. I got red because that's Elvira's lipstick color. When I say Elvira, I mean my car Elvira. When I say lipstick, I mean pinstripes. I might have to do that just like that right there. Use that whole line in order to not get too kinked up there. To back up and look at it because I was having to look over my glasses in order to see what I was doing, and I'm blind. I can't see crap. All right. There we go. We're getting somewhere. I don't know if I like it yet, but we're getting somewhere. All right. So I made my little roller. That makes making my wiring harness easier. I mean, you can see I'm just taping two wires together. That's all there is to it. Tape, 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 tape. So is it perfect? No, but it keeps the wires together and you know, all that. So anyway, so I'll be doing this for the next, 20 so feet. And yeah, it'll be great. So there we go. Nice little wire harness. There you go. Somewhere around 20 feet. Let me measure it, see exactly how long it is. I can. That should be pretty close to 18. That's going to be about another 3, so 21 feet. And my tails should have plenty. Probably run this into the trunkola, and that'll give me my leads for my pump. I don't know. I might run it this way. I might run it the other way. Then I got my leads long for, because I'm going to have to separate out from my ground and my positive. They'll be further apart under the hood than they will be in the trunk. So, yeah. And when I put my ends on, I'll probably double end my black, my ground, so I can run a little wire over to the body ground. So, there we go. All right. So, wire coming out, wire tied down, hooked to my pump, and then coming over here is my ground wire. I'm going to tie in right here. And I wouldn't have showed you this, but if you don't have one of these, it's time to get one. But these strippers are the berries. If I can make this thing stand, I got it made. Get you some angle for the dangle. Yeah, so just little automatic strippers. I've had these dudes for years. They work great for this kind of stuff because what I'm going to do, this bolt will never come out in one piece. So I'm going to take this ground wire right here. I'm going to give me a little strip section. Look at that. Doesn't even have to be super big. And I can tie this dude right here. Works great with ground stuff. It'll work good with electrical stuff, but you have more of a chance of corrosion and stuff like that. Ground's not as bad. But I'm just going to throw some tape on it. And all this will one day eventually be under the carpet. There we go. And that's how I'm going to tie that dude in there. So, all my wires hanging under the car. This guy right here. That guy is just a bunch of tape crammed through the hole so he's snug and should be good. So inside the car is pretty well done. I want to make a lid to cover, and then it should be good. So, all right, to the underside of the car. So I got to cut them off, but got a wire tied there, metal line going over the brace between the car and the brace and tied to the brake line. So I'm going down the driver's side of it, which is going to make it easier on me because all the electrical stuff is on the driver's side. So I got to pull it tight and trim off my wire ties, but I've got it ran most of the way up here, so I can start figuring out how I'm going to get it up there and going with that. So I'll probably still just follow brake lines. because they're running to the master cylinder, and where's right where I need to go. So I think it'll make it easy. Perfect? No. Because you've done it different ways. I mean, in my opinion, probably the better way to do it would have been pull out all the interior, run it underneath the carpet, in the car, tied up underneath the dash and all that stuff. But easier. I'm all about easier. And it'll probably outlive me anyway. So I'm good. All right, so that big line with the factory hose clamp on it that I should probably replace is my fuel line. That little line next to it is my return line for the mechanical pump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off of there, and I'm going to plug it there and then wire tie that plugged line to my fuel line there. I got to remove this wheel to do it, to get in there. And then that should take care. And my wiring's on, my lines are on. It'll be time to put fuel in and turn the key on and look for leaks. And no leaks, it'll be time to run it. I am going to remove the mechanical pump. I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to pull the plate off. I'm going to make a blocker plate or buy one. I don't know which. I haven't looked them up to see if I can get them anywhere local. They're generally $15. Worth my time and money to just go get one if they've got them. But if not, I'll just make one. No big deal. But yeah, blocker plate on that, and no fuel leaks. I'll be ready to run, supposedly. So we'll see. I would like to make another little thing for cooling. So where can I get to where you can see it? Let me zoom you out. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Okay, so right here is a gap coming into my engine compartment. So I could actually close this up, and that would help force all the air that comes through the grill through the radiator. So some of it could be sucking in the bottom. I can just barely see that gap right there. But not a huge gap, not a huge issue, but if I can find something, I'll take care of it now and be good for later. So anyway, all right, back to it. All right, so I'm getting ready to have somebody turn the key on so I can look for leaks, and we'll see what we got. Go ahead and turn the key on. No, don't start it. Just turn the key on. Yeah, you're good right there. Hear the pump working. I smell no gas. I see no gas. I hear the pump. Okay, go ahead and shut it off. All right. I think no leaks. So I need to remove the mechanical pump, and then I can start it up and check it again. I had to elongate the bottom holes because I marked it wrong. I don't know how. I laid the gasket up there, marked it, drilled it wrong, so I had to elongate. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to reuse the old gasket. It's still in one piece. And, you know, there's my little plate. It'll work just fine. And that'll go over my, my hole for my fuel pump. I'll probably use my fuel pump bolts there. I might have to wash them a little bit, but that way I don't lose them, and I got them in case I need them. So anyway, there we go. Okay, I think everything is wired up. I'm going to leave you there for panic mode, and I'm going to try not to get in the car to start it. Don't know if I have. Yeah, there was a good squirt of fuel. She hasn't been started for a couple days, so that probably won't get her very well, but we'll see. Another hit there. All right, she should idle pretty good. Let me look her over real quick. I'm trying to check all the lines, all the connections. I don't have fuel shooting out my carburetor, so that's good. Got leaks up here. There's one more I couldn't see. That's the one at the tank, or from the tank to the, yeah, from the pump to the main line by the tank. All right, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. I'm pretty pleased at the moment. So we'll let her sit here and run for a minute. You can hear a little hum of the fuel pump. It's not bad. Live with it. I ought to get the flashlight and check for an oil leak. Where did I put the flashlight? Okay, looks like my little homemade plate's doing okay. Yeah, that might have it right there. She needs to go for a drive. Really needs, she really needs a, what do I want to call it? fuel pressure gauge, so I can really dial it in properly. But right now, I need to wait until next paycheck. Yeah, that's what happens when you're poor. You know, you do stuff paycheck to paycheck. You try to keep your stuff running. I'm a little time crunch on this because I want to take it to South Bend to the Studebaker meet next weekend, and yeah, just pulling the lift out. Nothing coming through the carburetor. No oil leaks, no fuel leaks. Everything's setting good and pretty. I'm pretty well ready for a test drive, but I have to, I can just barely hear the hum of the fuel pump. I don't know if you can hear it on the mic or not. It's time the radio's on, driving down the road, won't hear a thing. So anyway, yeah, let's get cleaned up, grab some lunch, and hopefully take her for a drive. All right, time for a shakedown run. Definitely hear the pump sitting in the car. A little louder than what I was hoping it would be, but it'll be all right. So far, I really only hear it at idle. Once I have any gas on it, the throttle takes care of the noise of the pump. Oh, I just actually thought about something. I only put about 2 gallons of gas in it, so I better go back. Alright, now that my gas gauge is not completely on E, I go back to the shakedown run, but I think instead of running some back roads like I was going to, I'm going to run to town and get gas. Which I could run back roads to town, but the gas station I want is easier to get to down the highway. Kind of sounded like a leak. I heard it start, it sounded different. Okay, I don't know why it sounded different, but I don't see no leak nowhere, so off we go again. Definitely no pump noise running down the highway. Sorry about that.
Down the southern Indiana road, I'll ride. Leave my multitude with my pride. Got my dog Fezzy by my side. Oh, so tough. Redneck mud, driving through the redneck mud. Red candy canes, grease on my jeans. Chickens clucking, donkeys kicking, it's just a scene. Muddy boots of southern roots, I had enough. Redneck mud, peace, that's my stuff. Redneck mud, that's where I'm home. Ain't no place like home sweet home. Redneck mud, peace, that's my tune. Rocking down the road with a rebel's crew.
See if she cuts out right before her shift like she's been doing. She's been running out of gas. She definitely didn't cut out. She definitely had plenty of freaking fuel, so that's good. I'd still like to know exactly where her fuel pressure's at, but you know, if it don't overrun the car but idle, I should be good under throttle. So. Why my neighbors hate me. I must admit I was a little bit nervous because this is my first electric fuel pump change. I've never ran just an electric fuel pump unless I had a fuel injected car that come out with an electric fuel pump. So I don't know, I'm just a little nervous about it. That's why the mechanical fuel pump's in my trunk. Yeah, I think she should be good to go to South Bend this coming weekend. That's my plan, and we'll see. I'll make sure I got some tools with me, and you know, maybe a meter, some extra wire, and all that good stuff. All the stuff that makes you a Boy Scout and prepared, you know. But yeah, running good. Redneck Muck, peace.